Hello friend, myself S V Nishandar. Welcome back. Today we discuss the reciprocating air compressor. Okay, before going to that video, we go to the previous videos. Please subscribe my channel Siddhanath Nishandar. In last video, I discussed introduction to compressor, where applications, classification, some important terms like a compressor ratio, compressor capacity, free air delivered, and swept volume. Well, it starts with the reciprocating compressor. If you see in the animation, the word itself it gives idea about regarding the reciprocating. Okay, the working principle. Okay, the mode of operation. Okay, the compressor will be classified according to mode of operations. Okay, it may be reciprocating, it may be rotating, or it may be centrifugal or based on working. So first is the reciprocating. Okay, before going to the start, the receiving compressor, the compressor classified according to the working principle or how the air is compressed. In last lecture, I also discussed the positive displacement compressor and the dynamic compressor. These two words are very important, the positive and the dynamic. Now we focus on the what is meant by positive displacement. Okay, if you can understand the principle or what the word meaning of that positive displacement, then compressor is very simple. In positive displacement compressor, we see there are two types of compressor mainly, the reciprocating compressor and the rotary compressor. Okay, the reciprocating compressor again classified single acting, double acting, and the rotary compressor again classified lobe compressor, screw compressor, vane compressor mainly. Okay, now we focus here positive displacement. In this air is trapped in between two sets of engaging surface, and the change in pressure is either by the backflow of air or both by the squeezing action and the backflow of air, that is in the compressor. Pressure of air is increased by reducing its volume. We have to understand the three words here mainly. There is a backflow of air, squeezing, and the reducing volume. Okay, we are either increasing pressure of air by reducing volume like a piston cylinder, by squeezing, or either by backflow of air. So what is my backflow of air? I have discussed in previous videos. Today we focus where is the pressure is increased by three methods: by squeezing, engaging, and the decreasing its volume. Okay, under positive displacement compressor, the various compressor we're going to see further: roots blower, vane blower, screw compressor. Today we're focusing on the positive displacement compressor, that is the reciprocating compressor. Okay, if we see there's a construction working similar to the IC engine. Okay, where the piston is reciprocating inside the cylinder. The piston is connected with the help of connecting rod to the cylinder, or to the piston with the help of gudgeon pin. Okay, and the connecting rod is mounted on crankshaft. Okay, the power crankshaft is either rotate with the help of some external source. It may be some electric motors, okay, or it may be some IC engines. So compressor is a work absorbing device. It needs prime mover to need to rotate or to reciprocate. It consists of the two valves like IC engine. Okay, it consists of one valve is the suction valve and another is the delivery valve. Okay, when the piston moves from TDC to BDC in downward motion, what happens? That movement that creates the pressure inside the cylinder is below the atmospheric pressure. So the resultant the atmospheric air suck inside the cylinder. Okay, when piston reaches at BDC, now the piston is fully filled with the air. Okay, that is the swept volume. The volume swept or sucked by the air now. Okay, when the piston reaches at BDC, still time the inlet valve is open. Okay, when piston starts to move in upward direction, okay, the further movement or slight movement is the rise in a pressure inside the cylinder which closes the inlet valve. That position now inlet valve is closed, and also there is a delivery valve or discharge valve are now closed. I again repeat, when piston is now moving upward at the beginning of the upward stroke, a slight pressure increases in cylinder will close the inlet valve. This is very important. The slight pressure increase in cylinder, the pressure will close the inlet valve. Since both the inlet and delivery valve are now closed. Okay, now both valves are closed and piston starts moving upward direction. When the pressure in the cylinder exceeds, that in the receiver, the delivery valve is open. Okay, now this line is connected to the receiver. Okay, and that inside pressure is more than the receiver pressure, then this delivery valve is open. Okay, we go through the again is construction working, go through the diagrams. Okay, now working of single stage compressor on PV diagram. Now see the working on a PV diagram. Okay, when piston is at TDC here, TDC, and this is a BDC. The piston moves from TDC to BDC. The what amount of volume sucked by the cylinder, that 4 to 1 is the suction of air into the compressor. The 4 to 1 is the suction. 1 to 2 is the polytropic compression. I say here polytropic compression. Okay, and the 2 to 3 is the delivery or the discharge of air at constant pressure to the receiver. So delivery of compressed air from compressor cylinder at constant pressure, P2. Okay, and the delivery volume is the air volume delivered is that is V2. The what amount of air is delivered now at constant pressure P2. Now if you compression is I say polytropically, okay, there are two probabilities also. If you compress isothermally, that indicated by the dotted line 1 to 2 dash, we also compress 1 to 2 dash, that is isentropically. Okay, we know that the isothermal is not practically possible, but have tried to reach that compression isothermally. Why? If we see the area under PV diagram, is minimum area required for which compression, that is isothermal, and more area required for adiabatic compression, that is PV raised to gamma is equal to C. Okay, our try to achieve lies between either isothermally, near to the isothermally, or near to the adiabatic. We know the adiabatic compression where the heat developed inside the cylinder we protect from some insulations. Okay, so our main purpose is to achieve to nearest to the isothermal. So I have drawn the polytropic compression. Okay, go through these diagrams. You see here we need some electric motors to drive the compressor. This is reciprocating motion, and we see their fins here. Okay, I also classified according to cooling, air cooled or water cooled. The air cooled compressor is nothing but the like a IC engine. The IC engine is also air cooled or less capacity, less CC. Okay, what amount of heat is developed here is less. Why is the need of cooling? Okay, why is need of cooling? Okay, in cooling need because, okay, if we suck cold air initially, okay, and it compressed during compression, the inside the temperature inside is going to rise. It increases the pressure, temperature, resultant that the inlet valve, the delivery valve is heats. Also there is a suction manifold also heat. The due to that heating, the what amount of air come during suction stroke, because of the temperature, air is now started to expand, is increasing its volume. So as compared to the previous, the less amount of air is come, because as volume is increases, the what amount of air come inside cylinder goes on decreases. So to maintain the temperature or to cool the inlet valve manifold, so we need cooling purpose. So there is provided with the fins. Okay, first again we go through this video. If you have any query, please contact me. Thank you.